Hi, and welcome to day 30 of our 40 days with the Celtic Saints. And today's saint is St Kenneth of Scotland, but he's also known as St Kenneth of Aghaboe or St Canis in Ireland, and in Latin, St Canicus. He was an Irish abbot, monastic founder, priest and missionary during the early medieval period. He is the patron of Aghaboe and one of the patron saints of Kilkenny. And we hope never to need to pray to him for this, but St Kenneth is also the patron saint of the shipwrecked. Now, as we've found is the case of many of the Celtic saints, Kenneth, born Kenneth Mochu Dalan, came from a good family. His father, Lughad Lefdehurg, I'm sure I haven't said that right, was descended from the Irish King Fergus of Ulster. Lughad was a distinguished professional poet and settled in Glengiven in what is now County Londonderry, and ended up under the favour and protection of the chief and became tutor of the chieftain's son. His mother too attained an eminent degree of sanctity. The church of Thomplemole, lots of hard words to say today, beside Kilkenny City, was dedicated to God under her invocation. So young Kenneth spent his early years watching the chieftain's flocks in Ireland before heading to Wales to study under St Cadoc. He became a monk under St Cadoc at Llyncarfan in Wales and was ordained there. After a trip to Rome, he studied under St Finian at Clonard in Ireland, and there he became one of the 12 apostles of Ireland, 12 students who studied under St Finian. It was at Clonard that Kenneth became a friend and companion of St Columba and preached Christianity across Ireland and to the Picts in Scotland. He wrote a commentary on the Gospels, which for centuries was known as Glas Connech or Kenneth's Lock. This was long preserved in his church and referred to throughout the Middle Ages. Kenneth was a good friend to Columba and travelled to Iona after Columba had established the monastic centre there. In the year 565, Kenneth joined Columba in Scotland, where he is known as St Kenneth. St Adamnan, who we learnt about the other day, wrote a book about his cousin St Columba, and in it told the story of Kenneth's arrival on Iona. St Columba had had a prophecy of a certain holy and excellent man who will arrive here among us before evening. And according to Adamnan, gosh, that's a hard word to say, so many M's and N's. According to Adamnan, God provided Kenneth with a safe and calm crossing, even though the sea was perilous and stormy that day. And St Columba received him that evening with all honour and hospitality. From there, he accompanied Columba on the first major mission from Iona to King Brude of the Northern Picts. The mission took them all the way to the northernmost edge of Loch Ness, where Brude had his fort. The mission was met with hostility, but eventually the Christian message was received. Kenneth also travelled on his own missions, both in Ireland and to the Picts. He founded churches and monastic centres throughout his missions, including one at Aghaboe, which sent missionaries to places as far away as Austria. One place that still bears his name is Kilkenny in Ireland. Kilkenny, the Church of Kenneth. Kilkenny was one of the last parts of Ireland to be converted to Christianity. Tradition has it that Kenneth led a Christian force there to eliminate the last bastion of Druidic rule in Ireland. The last Archdruid of Ireland had retired with his council to Kilkenny for safety, but Kenneth overcame their opposition, founding a Christian centre there, and when he died, his body was placed in the Abbey of Aghaboe. Kenneth was renowned as a man of eloquence and learning, but also greatly respected for spreading the gospel. He met with fierce opposition from the Druids to spread the message of Christ. Sometimes we can face misunderstanding to our own faith. Misrepresentations of religion in popular culture can create misconceptions of church and indeed of Christians themselves. How might we continue to spread the gospel with this opposition? We're lucky we don't need to embark on perilous sea journeys or fight Picts. In fact, we can simply post a video or have a conversation with someone. But how do we share God's love in our daily lives? How do we share the love of God with others? These are questions for us all to ponder. But for me, sometimes I think the simplest forms of sharing love mean the most. To those of you who watch this blog faithfully every day and comment a little thank you or a word of encouragement, that means a great deal to those of us who facilitate this blog. But it also acts as encouragement for others to watch it, thereby helping to spread God's love and message. Just a simple thank you is a huge act of love. So thank you, all of you, for watching and for giving me the opportunity to do some of my favourite things, researching history and interesting people and deepening my relationship with God. And thank you, all the saints, for inspiring us with your pioneering spirit and deep spiritual hearts. So thank you for listening today. It's a beautiful day outside. I hope you enjoy it. Bye.